सर, वर्ल्ड डिसेबिलिटी स्पोर्ट्स के आप अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम कर रहे हैं CPSFI के अंतर्गत, क्या आइडिया है और इसमें क्या आउटकम्स हैं?
You see, I'll tell you कि एबल बॉडी और डिसेबिलिटी बॉडी में फ़र्क ये है कि एबल बॉडी तो नॉर्मल होती है और डिसेबिलिटी के अंदर ऑल डिसेबिलिटीज़ आर कवर्ड. विजुअल इम्पेयरमेंट है, हियरिंग इम्पेयरमेंट है, फिजिकली चैलेंज्ड हैं, व्हीलचेयर वाले हैं, सेरेब्रल पॉल्सी हैं. तो उसमें क्लासिफिकेशन इज़ द की. व्हाट वी हैव नोटिस्ड इज देयर इज लॉट ऑफ मिस क्लासिफिकेशन विच हैज़ बीन गोइंग ऑन in the country because people are not aware of all those things. I'm not saying they're cheating, but they're not aware. So instead of, and these classifications are done abroad during an international competition. So what we thought is that we have to see, address these issues at the grassroots level, at the mass level, to educate our national, physiotherapists, educate the coaches, the players, that how important classification is in their life. If they are in the correct class, they will participate and win medals is very good. What happens usually is that they are selected in a particular class. When they go for international classification, they are classified in a different class. So as a result, their ranking goes far behind. The incidents have come to notice that our athletes have won medal and later on they were deprived of those medals because of the wrong classification. So this is the key subject. Like you have doping is cheating. Wrong classification is also cheating. So we have collectively thought of developing this course here, which is for classification of this, and we invited IPC classifiers to educate our people here, our officials, our physiotherapists, our athletes, our coaches, to say at least at the national level they must know what exactly are the rules and regulation of classification, what is classification, why classification is important, how classification is to be done. So it's a 2 days seminar which is going to be held at India Habitat Center on 29th and 30th, wherein 4 International Paralympic Committee classifiers are going to be here.
And what is your understanding with the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, and at the same time the governing body called Sports Authority of India, so that what the idea that you have come out with is important, and that also is the executing agency?
You see, we are on the same page as the government. Government also wants to address this issue. Ultimately, it's the responsibility of the federations and guide the people in the government fraternity, in the ministry, and also sports, that how important these classifications are to be addressed. Because ultimately, the government officials कुछ जो हम बताएंगे वही हमें follow करेंगे. So we have written to the government also, and they are very positive that this should be addressed, and we were given this. It has taken us 2 years to come up to this platform and organize, because a lot of dates and issues and international classification, availability, permission from IPC to use the word parasport is also very important. So government is very positive, and we are very positive that they will address these issues and look into at every federation level whichever is dealing with disability sport.
How do you see this sports, this classification of sports, or this brand of sports, India's position and the scope of international exposure and the scope of performance internationally, that will generate interest in India and among all the stakeholders that you mentioned, including media and the public at large?
See, the results are in front of you. The government is viewing all these issues, addressing all these issues one by one. And you see the results. We were initially getting 4 medals, then it went to 9 medals, it went to 19 medals, now 29 medals, and many more to come. This year, the World Para-Athletics Championship is also being hosted in New Delhi in the month of September. So I think the results are going to be very positive, and since people are interested with the government schemes of cash awards and incentives for employment facilities, I think I'm very optimistic that it will go a long way, and for this particular disability sector. But one thing is very important, that what I want to address through all of you is that there's a difference between able and disabled bodies. Disability bodies should not be addressed as a sports bodies. First, they have to be disabled. 75% is the disability. Later on, they have to be disabled first and then brought to the sports, generate interest according to their feasibility. Whatever disability they have, so it should be there. So government should not address कि ये कंडीशन होनी चाहिए, वो कंडीशन होनी चाहिए, 25 डिस्ट्रिक्ट होनी चाहिए. मेरे पास सेरेब्रल पॉल्सी के बच्चे ही नहीं हैं, उस डिस्ट्रिक्ट में तो मैं फेडरेशन बना के क्या करूँगा? So it is depends of it should be addressed as a disability organizations what are the difficulty? We deal with the NGOs in all the 26 pan India, our members are there. They have worked in this domain of disability of cerebral palsy for a very long time.
और ये एक और इशू सर, सबसे बड़ा इशू ये है कि आपका जो एथलीट्स हैं इनको गवर्निंग पार्टली मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ सोशल जस्टिस से फंडिंग आती है, गवर्निंग स्पोर्ट्स गवर्निंग SAI और मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ सोशल जस्टिस, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ यूथ अफेयर्स एंड स्पोर्ट्स से आती है. हाउ डू यू फील दैट द बोथ एजेंसीज, बोथ डिपार्टमेंट्स और बोथ गवर्नमेंट मिनिस्ट्रीज could come and help? Because what you are talking is very important. It is an emotional issue. Disability is an emotional issue, but at the same time giving opportunity, giving vision, giving outlook, and at the same time giving a way of living or message of living is also important through you.
You see, I'll tell you, we have got a lot of case studies, children who have been on wheelchair whenever they started taking up sport through our cerebral palsy events in our national athletic championship or football or whatever events we do. Few of them have started running and representing the country. So we have tried to make their lives better. On the other point of the question which you had asked me about working, disability is the key here. You have to be disabled to take up this sport. So Ministry of Social Justice and Disability का बड़ा major role है इसके अंदर. Sports का एक element है which can be generated according to their thing. And I think they should work together. Both the ministries should work together to make it a success. Idea is not to take funds from disability. Idea is not to take money from the sports authority, but only the deserving one. Those who are correct in their classification, who are honest about their event. That is very important. Sports teaches you all the things better. Now, why we are saying we have tried to make our lives better? We have 3 children now who are definitely going to be in Paralympics. These are all cerebral palsy children which we started working in this domain of, let's say, athletics, 32 to 38 category. And there are children who have been working very long time. Our Bhavishya from Haryana has become the national champion and is throwing about 44 meters, which is very close to in the Paralympics also. And he's a raw child of 19. Now we have picked up one girl who's not even 16 there. Kanak Baduria from Madhya Pradesh. Then there's another girl from Haryana on the wheelchair. So we are identifying these athletes. I think disability wise they should be, because the entire organization, one organization cannot deal with all the disability. You can't be expert. So I think the role should be defined. Visual impairment एक देखे, cerebral palsy का एक देखे, wheelchair एक देखे, amputee अलग देखे. तो इस तरह से और intellectual disability भी है. So government में one hand they are given to recognition to intellectual disability, like Bharat, that way. What is that?
Special Olympics.
Special Olympic Bharat. So it's very good. They are doing a great work.
So what you are saying is Special Olympic भारत से वो अच्छा करेंगे तो वो Paralympics में आएंगे, और यदि और अच्छा करेंगे तो और वो examples आप बता रहे हैं, और अच्छा करेंगे तो able bodied में भी आ सकते हैं.
Exactly. So every disability is going to work together, and they are specialists in that particular area. So we know how cerebral palsy children are to be looked after.
But then you have also the great brand ambassador called our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, who has been just the force and motivation for all disability, whether it is able bodies, whether he doesn't classify on all the 3, whether it is able bodies, whether it is Paralympics, or whether it is Special Olympics, which is a great thing.
Sir, he is a role model for everyone. He's an ambassador of the country, and what vision he has, I think many people don't even have that vision. And I think we should support him, and we are supporting him blindly, because he is going in a very positive direction. The results are in front of you. Now the medals which we are getting are very good, and we are changing lives of the children much better. Those who were looked down upon, people were very hesitant to tell that they have a disability in the house. Now they are medalists, they come through it, very welcome in their villages, or whatever the cash incentive they are getting from the government. Like our national championship, if any swimmer or an athlete wins 3 medals, he gets 15 lakh rupees from the state, which he was representing. And people were thinking that he is not competent enough.
And also in any country, or in developing world more so, at least 10% of the population falls into this category, which means that you are making them work, you are bringing accolades to them, you are giving them a mission of a life.
Sir, we have done a lot of research on the cerebral palsy. Okay. Now this is a problem which it is non-curable. It is from childhood. 1.25 crores people are suffering from this problem. So it's a huge population. And our category, we have 135 medals in frame. और इससे पहले टोक्यो से पहले इंडिया ने compete ही नहीं किया इन events के अंदर. So our thing is that we must compete there. We are likely to get many more medals and bring laurels to the country. I mean the athletes. by working together. You know, the disability organizations and the sportsmen and Sports Authority of India, Ministry of Youth Affairs giving full support.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for talking to us and for the vision and for the ray of hope that disability is also respected in sports, and the disabled athletes can also be a reality, and then they can graduate to Paralympic or para-athletes as well. The great vision that you have put, and assume that these are all inputs that will be deliberated in next 2 days when the seminar happens later. It will also give a new vision and new mission and of probably more medals to India internationally.
Yes, sir. देखो हमारे प्रधानमंत्री का विजन वो है, हम फॉलो कर रहे हैं. वी वांट टू चेंज द एंटायर इंडिया, भारत को पूरा चेंज करेंगे. मेडल्स में आएगी, इनकी मेडल आएंगे, इनकी प्रॉस्पेरिटी बढ़ेगी, एम्प्लॉयमेंट मिलेगी, their life will become much better. We want to see these children smiling, their families smiling, and nothing can be more better to take up sport in these things.
Thank you very much. With camera person Deepak, Pranab Prakhar reporting for Vision Television World.